want to create a certain result, what your brain is going to want to do is it's going to want to write a massive to-do list, but it's not about the to-do list. Anything you do that dishonors your boundaries today is affecting the future version of you. When you focus on growing today, just today, being better than yesterday, believing in yourself more today than you did before, you will inevitably see progress.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Nicole, a life and business coach for high-functioning women. I'm a self-proclaimed foodie, content creator, educator, and your new abundance bestie. In my world, we talk about all things to do with elevating your life. I post weekly videos helping the everyday woman embody her highest self, create inner wealth, master her mindset, unlock her femininity, and be an absolute boss in life. I create resources, trainings, and host experiences online and in person in order to help you reconnect to your true self. Not the one you think you need to be, but the you that you were born to be. So you can reclaim your power and amplify your voice to lead, love, and create as a woman. If you like my vibe and you want a little bit more abundance in your life, hit subscribe to be notified whenever I drop a new episode. And be sure to check out the free resources in the description below.
Hello. Okay, so in this training, we are going to talk about high performance habits. And the reason for this is because I want you to be able to access the tools, the mindset shifts, and the beliefs that are going to help you perform at your highest capacity. I lost my words there. But really, when you can tap into high performance habits and getting yourself into a state where you are at your prime, you're able to reduce the amount of time it takes to do something. So a good example is trying to batch content create and doing it at like midnight when you're so low energy, you're so tired, but you know you need to get this thing done, otherwise you don't have content for the rest of the week. Right? A lot of people will just try to power through the tiredness and fatigue and will just try to create something. But how many of you guys know, if you've done that or something similar, that when you do go to create the content, it isn't at its highest quality. And it ends up taking you twice as long as if you were to just do it when you were at higher energy. So instead of doing it at midnight, giving yourself the rest that you need, powering up, and then doing it the next day. And you'll notice that the time it takes to do that actually gets reduced dramatically and the quality improves dramatically. So that's a really good example of understanding what tools will help you to be at that high performance state so that you can make money and you can make progress in your business efficiently. Okay, so let's get into it. In this lesson, you're going to learn what are high performance habits. You're going to learn the importance of your beliefs and how to incorporate your beliefs to achieve the goals that you have. You're going to learn a little bit about vision board creation, and then you're going to learn how to declutter your schedule and how to prioritize your tasks for efficiency, and specifically for what to focus on for your coaching business when you are just starting out, when you have all these things calling for your attention, a Facebook page, a landing page, like a sales funnel, what to focus on today that will make you money today. The millionaire mindset, we're going to go through that, and the power of making decisions quickly. All right, let's get into it. So habits are repeated actions that have become automatic to us. Habits become habits because we've repeated them over time. Now, if you want to change a habit, you've got to start with your beliefs first. And this is because if you follow the way the model works, this is Brooke Castillo's model. This is her coaching tool. And she talks about how our thoughts create certain feelings, and those feelings will dictate the actions we take, and therefore it dictates the results we create. Now, if habits are actions, then we need to have a look at what thoughts we're thinking that create those actions and those feelings that cause us to take those actions. So if you want to change a habit, you don't just schedule it or write it down on your to-do list. If you want to change that habit, you got to start at its roots And if you want to incorporate a new habit or break an old habit, you got to start at that root. You got to start at the belief. What is the belief that is making you repeat these actions over and over and over again? Okay. So you might find that in your life right now, you have certain habits that are unhelpful. You have certain habits that you do not like. For example, scrolling on your phone before going to bed and then not being able to go to bed. And it's like this perpetual thing that you do over and over and over again. If you have certain repeat actions that you're repeating, these are habits. And so what I'm going to teach you is basically how to identify like the difference between the two, because there are such things as low low energy activities and then high energy activities, high performance habits and low performance habits, I guess, right? So starting with our beliefs, it's so important to have a belief strategy. Now, I actually didn't put anything on here because I literally just wanted to talk to you guys about creating a belief strategy. Essentially, a belief strategy is you believing in yourself first, believing in something that's going to help you change the way you think and the way that you act. So creating a belief strategy can literally mean something as simple as choosing to believe that when you get adequate rest, you perform at a better speed or you create higher quality results. That is a belief that's going to help you want to sleep earlier. It's going to help you want to turn your phone off, want to not scroll on Instagram for hours, right? And so a lot of the time when you want to create a certain result, what your brain is going to want to do is it's going to want to write a massive to-do list, but it's not about the to-do list, right? Because how many times have you guys made resolutions or written yourself massive to-do lists and just even doing them felt hard, or you don't even do them at all, even though you're trying, even though you know you want this and you want to commit to it? It's because the doing doesn't actually change anything, right? What needs to change is our state, our being, right? When you can change the way you believe and what you believe, you change your state, you change your identity. And that's where you want to go to work. So a good example is if you're a coach and you haven't made any money yet, you want to go to work on what you need to believe to make money. Now, a lot of you guys are not going to do that. A lot of you guys are going to go and like find, what do I need to do to make money? I need to create a sales page. I need to go find 50 people a day. And you're going to do all of these things. Not saying that these things don't work or that they aren't helpful or that they're just not good. You can by all means do these things, but the state in which you are doing these things is going to change completely depending on what you're believing. If your belief is nobody wants to hire me because I'm a new coach and I will never make money selling coaching, then you're going to be doing these things but not creating results, and it's not going to feel good to you. But what if you took the time to ask yourself, what do I need to believe? Okay, I need to believe that clients are out there, that they want to pay me, and that I can make money as a coach, right? If you go to work on that belief and really genuinely feeling that in your core, genuinely sitting with it and being like, that is possible for me, feeling it in your bones. And then you go out in the world and then you go and reach out to people or you create content, you write your sales page, whatever it is you were doing before, just notice the way it feels. It's going to feel different. Okay, that is a belief strategy. And so I just want to say, if you have big, audacious goals, good. But the work that you do is internal. And I want you to understand that high performance, creating results in your business, accelerating the results you create, all of this does not happen with doing more actions, more activities. It's about creating stronger beliefs. So instead of doing more actions, do less actions, but with stronger beliefs. A really great reference I want to make is Stacey Bayman. She has a podcast on creating a belief plan. It's something she does with her students. This is quite similar. So understand that even if you didn't sign a client tomorrow, even if you didn't make any money tomorrow, even if you don't book any consults tomorrow, I want your measurement to be not the tangible results. I want your measurement to be, did I believe in myself more today? Because if you believed in yourself more tomorrow than you did yesterday, more today than you did yesterday, and every day you just built your belief, you're going to start attracting different results. You're going to start doing things in a different way. It's going to change everything for you. And this is the work that a lot of coaches aren't doing because they're not willing or they're not aware. But you're aware, and I want you to be willing. So find the reason why you want to do this work. Find the reason why it's important to you to believe in the things you need to believe. Okay. All right, so an activity that's going to help you with this is a vision board. So in the additional resources, there's a section about how to create your vision board. There's a little link that I've attached, and it's going to walk you through how to do it and the purpose of the vision board. So just make sure you check that out after watching this module. And I want you to actually dedicate real time to this. Dedicate a whole evening to create your vision board. It's not just about printing pictures and putting them on a page. It's not even just about like the photos you put on the page. It's what you're feeling as you're doing it. It's what you're feeling when you're looking at the image. It's what you're feeling and thinking and genuinely believing about yourself and the possibility of the things that you're seeing and putting down on here. That is what it's about. It's going to create an energetic shift inside of you. It's going to change your state. And that is the point of this. It's not about creating something pretty or cutting out photos. Is like not what it's about. I don't care if you even do that or not. Like maybe you just want to journal, right? So just notice, and like you can be creative. I have done vision boards before where I've literally like printed out a screenshot of my bank account and then I've like scribbled it out and then written the number that I want on there. Like that's how specific I've gotten. And the more specific you get, the better. So a good example is instead of just saying like I want to make money next year or next month on your vision board, like write down the specific number, print out your bank account and like change the number, put a like deposit of that much, right? If you want to coach X amount of coaches or students in your program, then like go and print out a screenshot of Zoom and like make the boxes as if there's like 50 people on the call with you. Like be creative, but again, the intention is not just creativity, it's about changing your state and really feeling into that.
I've created a workshop that you can actually watch right now, and it's going to teach you exactly how to build your vision board. But not only that, it's going to teach you why vision boards work and the science behind it all. It's one of the most powerful and influential trainings that I have done, and it's been watched by so many people all around the world who have told me that their vision board has literally changed their life. So you can check it out in the description below, and you can use the promo code to access it.
Okay. The next part I want to cover in high performance habits is decluttering your schedule. A lot of us have very busy lives, and you may be in this program and you may be juggling like a 9 to 5 or studies, college, a part-time job. You might be juggling a lot of things, and that's often the case. That is life, that is being human. And I never want you to use that as an excuse to not be getting results. Okay. So this is why I want to teach you how to declutter your schedule to help you with balancing it all. Honestly, I don't like to use the word balance. Like I honestly just think it's not even about trying to balance everything. Like it's almost like I don't even have the words for it. To me, when you've got a lot of things going on, it's about having a clear priority. Priority being singular, not priorities. Like you need to know your priority in this life, and then you need to have values, and then you got to align those two, right? If your priority is you want to leave your job, your 9 to 5, and be a full-time coach, and you have values like you always honor your relationships and you always make time for family. Maybe you have a value of always taking action on what you say you're going to take action on. Maybe you have a value that maybe you're a spiritual person and you feel called to do this work and that you can't ignore that calling and that dream to be a full-time coach and help other people through coaching, right? If these are your values, you have one priority to leave your 9 to 5, everything you do has to boil down to those things. That's going to help you declutter and like declutter your mind as well. So in order to be efficient towards the results you want to create, you need to know what activities are going to be helpful to you and what activities are actually not helpful. And this might seem like a no-brainer, but I just want to like put it plainly, and I want to give you the 3 things, the top three things, the only three things you need to be focusing on to make money today. And this is going to help you in the create results in your coaching business and get clients and move that needle forward in the most efficient way possible. Because you could be doing a bajillion things, but these are the only three things I want you to be focusing on right now if you don't have a coaching business, a coaching practice that is running itself. Okay, so the three things, the only three things to focus on is number one, lead generation, right? And just to put it simply, it's meeting lots of people. It's like connecting with human beings and interacting with people, like just expanding your network, generating people that you can help, generating connections, generating valuable interactions with people. Like this quality, if you can just focus on being good at that, you will see so much growth. You will meet lots of people. You will encounter a lot of people with opportunities. You will get to talk to more people about what they're going through. Like, if you're a new coach and you are not meeting new people, you're not connecting, you're not expanding your network, you're not showing up on Instagram or on social media, like the one platform that can help you do that instantly, then you're putting your energy in the wrong place. This is going to help your business make moves. And the more you can spend time doing this, the better. I did this for so long, even when no one cared. Like I was showing up all day, every day, because I believed it was valuable for people to know that I had something to share. And I would share even if no one was watching. I would do lives and have zero viewers, live after live after live. I can't tell you how discouraging it was, how much it made me want to vomit, but I believed that I needed to do this because someone out there was waiting for me to do it. Okay. The second thing to focus on is doing a lot of sales calls. Get your hours up when it comes to selling. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be like, but I don't even have people who are interested. How am I going to do more sales calls? Right? This is where you need to go to work on becoming confident in offering people and inviting people to like actually do calls with you. Because if you can just spend your first year doing a bajillion sales calls, hearing a lot of no's, being willing to get uncomfortable, learning from all of your consults, whether they sign or they don't sign, you're going to have so much more leverage in scaling and growing your business. And you want to do this in the first year. A lot of coaches avoid this. They just want like 5 calls and for all 5 people to sign. But yes, it's amazing you get to sign clients, but the disadvantage, and this is what I found for myself, the disadvantage is you don't refine your sales skills. You don't get to feel the discomfort of having to, I guess, coach through objections. You don't get to understand why people don't want to buy, right? And you want to get good at being able to hold space in a sales call when someone needs coaching through their fears. But if you don't get your sales calls or your selling hours up, it's going to be hard for you to develop those skills. And what's really awesome is when you're focusing on really getting your sales hours up, you also quite naturally it translates into your selling ability, in your copywriting ability, in how you talk about your messaging, in how confident you feel when you tell someone you can help them, as well as charging for your services. You get good at doing that because you are actually doing it in person. The human element is the one thing that a lot of people are afraid of, but that's the one key to selling. You need to be good at like not just knowing what to do, and you're going to learn an entire sales process that works, and you're going to get all of the tools, right? But if you're able to just get so good at being human to human rather than following a script or a process and just trying to tick the boxes, you're going to do far better in your sales calls, because selling is really not about trying to tick the boxes and take someone through a journey. The selling component is really what it boils down to, is being a human and connecting with this human being in front of you. It's building trust, and you can't do that if you're just mindlessly following a script or if you're panicking all the time and you're in your head all the time. All right, more on that in the sales modules. And lastly, the last thing you need to focus on is coaching, and this is more so to get your coaching hours up. So you might want to do a beta stage and take on free clients. You might want to offer your coaching like to certain people for a certain number of weeks to get them results and then to offer feedback. And the purpose of this is even though what you want is you want clients to pay you right now, if you're like brand spanking new, you have no experience, the best thing you could do for you, your clients, your future clients, and your business is to get your coaching experience up. And this is to help you get your confidence up as a coach, because a lot of you guys are like, I'm a coach, hire me, but you don't actually feel confident that you can get people results. Your energy is going to change in your selling, in your copywriting, all of it. It's going to change when you actually get to that place where you believe the moment a client wants to work with you, they will get their results. You need to get yourself to that place, and you need to not think, I'm a baby coach, I'm new to this, I don't know if I can, I'm worried about whether they'll see the value. Like, you're not going to be thinking those thoughts at all when you are confident that you are a coach. And also, if you focus on getting your coaching hours up, again, especially in your first year, you're going to allow your expertise to strengthen. And you're also going to find that your method or your process of getting clients results is also going to improve. You're going to get a lot more social proof. You're going to get a lot more evidence from having worked with people that your process works, that your coaching is actually effective, and it's going to help you scale your business in the future. It's going to help you sell more because, again, your process actually gets people results. So remember, in terms of your scheduling and decluttering your schedule, you want to make sure to focus on the three things. And this is why I've circled, well, not circled, I've marked these sections, because these are examples. The top one on the left, Krissa, she is someone that I did coaching calls with, and I did coaching calls with her for a period of time, and it was totally free because I just wanted to get coaching experience. This second column on the Tuesday, I keep saying second, the third is IG Live. So I was showing up, I was doing lead generation, I was being visible to people and meeting new people and interacting with people. The Friday column, this is a free discovery call, and I would do these just to get practice on my selling. Even if they didn't sign, I was completely unattached to the outcome, because I believed in the value of just doing sales calls and how that can be valuable for me and even for the people I'm trying to help, even if they don't sign. Think about that. Like, how can you make your consult so valuable even if they don't sign, right? Okay, so make sure that in all of this, you're also making room to be human. So if you are depriving yourself of joy, laughter, having hobbies, exercising, resting, being with your loved ones, like, then you are slowly becoming a robot and becoming less human. And that's not the state you want to be in if you are an entrepreneur or if you're a coach. You want to be in your humanity, because that is what coaching is. You need to be so human, so connected to emotion, so abundant and like feeling good physically, mentally, emotionally, so that you can help someone. It's like you need to have your cup full before you can pour into anybody else, because otherwise it just does not work. You need to schedule in when you are working and when you are not working. Okay. And I had to learn this lesson very hard. I almost pushed myself into burnout because I excused my passion, my busyness for passion. I would say, I'm just so passionate about this. I don't want to sleep. I don't want to do it. Like, I was just on. And you know what? It's so dangerous, because most of the time you are passionate and you have good intentions and you just can't stop thinking about your business and doing this. But you are also human and you have a human body. So you need to schedule boundaries and honor those boundaries. The third point ties in with that. You always want to think about your future self. Brooke Castillo said this awesome thing in a podcast episode once about how anything you do that dishonors your boundaries today is affecting the future version of you. So if the future version of you is happy and healthy and rested and successful, if you're thinking of her and that's how her life's going to be, then everything you need to do now has to align that, because it's going to honor her. And when you don't rest early today, you are taking that away from her in the future. Yeah, such a beautiful concept anyway. And the last bit, have boundaries, like I said. And the second bit, train people around you to respect your boundaries. Because a lot of the time, people will not know, and people are not used to people having boundaries. A good example is if you're used to receiving, like taking calls while you're like working or you're at home and you'll just like see a notification, you'll read the notification. Like these are habits that are not helping you perform or function at your best, because I mean scientifically you're getting distracted. It takes X amount of seconds for you to refocus, and you add that up, it's a lot of lost time. It affects your efficiency, your productivity, like your focus, like all of it, right? But even beyond that, it's just like if you can practice not even having your phone in the room and being switched on and choosing not to pick up any calls, then it trains the people who are trying to call you, your friends, your mom, your partner, like it trains them to not talk to you at that time. Right? I've had to tell like my own mom, like, hey mom, please don't call me between these times because I am working. And a lot of the time, if you don't take your business seriously, if you don't treat it like it is work, even though like I know a lot of you guys want that freedom and you don't want to refer to your business as work, if you don't treat it professionally, let's say that, then you're not going to have other people treat you professionally when you go to work on your business. So you need to train people to respect your boundaries by actually like not picking up the call. Because when you pick up the call, you think you're serving them. You think that like, oh, I'm just being there for my friend. You think you're serving them, but really you're not serving them. You're not serving them because you're putting down the thing that you are called to do. And when you delay this thing that you're called to do, you delay also serving them in the future. It's like picking up the calls to like always like be there for your friend or your brother, your sister. And your ultimate goal is to have more time for your friends, to have more presence for your friends and your family. The way you're going to create that time and freedom is by building this business well and then having like 2 days of work a week. That's how you're going to be fully present for them. When you pick it up, you're like barely even listening because you're trying to multitask, right? So you may as well just prioritize and like be and just honor those boundaries. Okay, enough on that. So, fun little thought. This is a thought that I had all of my first year. It was so fun. Is you, the president, and Beyonce have one thing in common. What do you think it is? You all get 24 hours a day. Every successful person you know has had 24 hours a day at a time. Every single person. You are not short of time. Time is not running out. You get the same amount of time. Okay, so when it comes to getting things done, to making results happen, it's not about not having enough time. It's about what you're doing in that time and how you are being in that time. That's going to change the result you create. Okay, the second last topic to cover today is the millionaire mindset. And I'm just going to go through this super quick because I believe it's super duper simple. So when you focus on growing, serving, and honoring the process, when you focus on these three things, you create inevitability in your business. And this is because when you focus on growing today, like just today, being better than yesterday, believing in yourself more today than you did before, you will inevitably see progress. Because if you focus on the growth aspect, you're not caught up in everything else. You're just caught up in one step at a time. Therefore, in your business, you making progress on the timeline just inevitable. Because if you focus on what you didn't do yesterday and what you want to do, what went well, what didn't go well, and what you can do better, if you just focus on that, just like at the present moment, you're going to make any result, any progress towards the result inevitable. Same thing when you focus on serving today, your offers will inevitably get better and better. If you want to serve 1,000 people today, but you don't even have one, how are you going to get there? You're going to focus on the people who are in your audience, who are already listening. They may not be paying you, but they're already listening. Focus on serving them today. And your coaching, your offers, they will become more desirable to the people you're serving because you're serving them. You want to serve 10,000 people. You want to serve 1,000,000 people. Serve the 10 that you have in your audience today, or the 10 clients that you're working with right now. Because by serving them well, you're going to become a better coach You're going to create a better coaching offer, and you're going to grow your business. You're going to reach more people. And these people are going to be so impressed that they're going to refer their friends, right? It's just an amazing way of thinking. The last bit is when you focus on keeping a high standard and honoring the process more than just the outcome, you will inevitably create the outcome more effortlessly. It still requires effort, but it feels effortless because your focus is not on the end and not on the finish line. It's on keeping to the process. Like, I think of personal training and how like it can feel so overwhelming to like think about the goal that you have. But if you just focus on like showing up to your session and doing the session well, and then like keeping a high standard, like not cheating the system, not doing like half-hearted reps, just keep a high standard and honor that there's a process. There needs to be a process where you just feel gross and like nothing's working, and then there's going to be a part of the process where you're going to see results. Like if you just understand there's a process to everything and you honor that, you don't try to rush it, you respect the process, then you're going to inevitably create the outcome. It's going to feel effortless as well. The last bit, making decisions quickly. All right, I love this topic. I'm going to try to keep it concise for you guys. When you are indulging in overwhelm or mind drama and you're just like all in your head, this is just you being unwilling to decide. This is a concept that I have learned from my mentors who have made a lot of money selling coaching. A lot of them have not indulged in the drama of having to figure out their niche, right? They're just decide. Like literally one of my favorite mentors is always like, you not knowing your niche is just you not being willing to decide on a niche, because there's no right or wrong. You just have to decide. Once you make a decision, you can action on the decision. But if you don't make a decision, you stay stuck. So even if it is a wrong decision or like an unhelpful decision and it backfires, at least you learn faster. So making decisions, it allows you to learn faster, but it also allows you quicker and faster results. Making a decision also gives you power and control. Like the only control you ever really have is like this moment right now and what you do with this moment, what you tell yourself in this moment. And when coaches don't get good at making decisions, you indulge in drama and you indulge in like, I don't know this, I don't know why, I'm stuck. And you just feel emotions and you let your emotions take over you and you stay stuck. Like that is how you don't make progress. And that's how you get into that spiral. So remember, like when you decide in this moment, you decide to show up today, you decide to feel uncomfortable when you do your IG live, you decide to step out of your comfort zone and ask a question to the person who messaged you, like whatever it is, just remember it feels good to make decisions. And sometimes it doesn't feel comfortable. Most of the time, it won't feel comfortable when you're building a coaching business. But just because it's uncomfortable doesn't mean it is not good, right? Just because it feels weird and like, oh, I don't know, doesn't mean it is not helping you. There are a lot of things that you're going to feel that are actually helping you that don't feel comfortable, like feeling like being tested, like feeling brave, being courageous enough to tell your friend who's like, I don't know, I don't think you're going to be able to get a client for like charging that much for coaching. Being courageous and telling her, I will get a client, you watch. Like that does not feel comfortable, but it is so in service to you and it builds your belief. So make decisions and learn to make them quickly. And remember that not deciding or indecision is also a decision. It's something that Stacey Bayman likes to say. All right. So with all of that being said, high performance habits, my friends, are your best friends. This is what you need to tap into to create results quickly. So I encourage you to take a look at every section of this training, ask yourself how you can apply it to your life today and chip away at that. That is your secret. That is the key. That is the money. That is how you're going to make this work. All right.
If you want to take your abundance to another level, I want to help you. I'm a life and business coach for women who want to step into their next level by activating wealth from the inside out. To help you take your first step to unlocking true abundance and your aligned potential, I'm giving you free resources, workshops, and masterclasses that you can access on demand right now. Check out www.nicoleconception.co/free-resources to get your hands on it. For more videos like this, check out the other playlists and series I have on this channel, and don't forget to hit subscribe to be notified whenever I drop a new video. And if you're more of the podcast type, check out Freedom in Flow, where I dive even deeper into the concepts that will help you create less hustle and more flow, abundance, and alignment in your life and business. Now, if you're a reader, you'll want to subscribe to my email list for unfiltered, honest, and most importantly, applicable life upgrades. Now, don't be a stranger. Connect with me on Instagram and TikTok and send me a message. I love getting to know you and your story. It's why I do this. Okay, my lovely, that's all for now. I'll see you soon. Signing off, Nicole.